now get to finish up with the urinary system. So, excretion of wastes. At the collecting duct, we have urine. We need to get rid of that. So, urea is the most abundant organic waste. You generate 20, 21 grams of it pretty much every day. It is a byproduct of protein or amino acid degradation. We also need to get rid of uric acid, which is going to be a byproduct of recycling nitrogenous bases when you recycle RNA. We also need to get rid of creatinine because you generate it from the breakdown of creatinine phosphate from your skeletal muscle. Composition of urine, 95% water. That should be no surprise to you. At this point of your career in A&P, pretty much every fluid in the body is mostly water, and you, I'm sure, know that by now. The remaining 5% will include urea, uric acid, trace amino acid, electrolytes, some other stuff like toxins that your body has decided to get rid of. Our kidneys really are amazing because they filter about 180 liters every single day of your life. Kidneys get a little less efficient as you get older. From those 180 liters that they are filtering, they're generating a little less than 2 liters of urine, 1.8 liters. 99% of the water and the solutes and the ions and whatever else your body needs that enter the kidneys must be and are returned to circulation. So the kidneys are these little workhorses that we do not appreciate. Kidneys are really just these amazing little workhorses. And I, for one, almost daily thank my kidneys and my liver for keeping me alive. Now, the ureters are relatively small tubes that are going to carry the urine from each kidney off to the urinary bladder. How do we move urine down the ureters? Well, gravity, that's one way. Gravity plays a role. The ureters also have smooth muscle in their walls, so yes, indeed, they will undergo peristalsis to help move the urine. Also, you are building up more urine behind stuff that's in the ureters, so that is going to cause hydrostatic pressure to move that urine along. So the three ways that we move urine down the ureters: peristalsis, gravity, and hydrostatic pressure. Not very long, about 25, 35, thereabouts centimeters in length. They are retroperitoneal. They are attached nice and firmly to the posterior abdominal wall, so they're not flopping around. They begin at the renal pelvis. They're going to extend inferiorly and slightly medially. They're going to pass over our psoas major muscle. Remember psoas major? 3 layers. Most of our tubes in our body have 3 layers. It's going to be an inner mucosa, which will be transitional epithelium. The middle layer will be the muscularis layer. Again, like the digestive tract, the muscularis layer will have 2 layers, one concentric, one longitudinal, and then there will be an outer serosa of fibrous connective tissue for protection and anchoring and support. The bladder is posterior to the pubic symphysis. It is a temporary storage tank for urine. So there's your function. If you're ever asked, give me the function of the urinary bladder. Temporary storage tank for urine. People want to tell me it's a storage tank for urine on the test. And you want to add the word temporary because you certainly do not want urine hanging out there for long. It is hollow. It is distensible. It is muscular. It does have rugae, which will help the bladder distend as it fills. It is also going to be lined by transitional epithelium. Remember that? It looks like simple squamous epithelium when the bladder or the ureter is stretched. And when it is relaxed and empty, it will look like stratified cuboidal epithelium. I would not put that on a test to identify because it is just too difficult. This is not a histology class, but you should be able to tell me that the ureters and the bladder are going to be lined by transitional epithelium. We have the detrusor muscle, which is going to have 3 layers of smooth muscle, which we found in parts of the wall of the bladder. It remains relaxed to help the bladder expand as it stores urine, and it will contract as you urinate to help move the urine out. It is also covered by fibrous connective tissue, again for anchoring, for protection, and for helping maintain the shape of the organ. That's what it looks like. It should be no surprise to you. You've probably seen a photograph or an image or a model of a bladder. The urethra will be shorter in females than in males. Don't forget that. And it's basically just the tube that's going to move urine from the bladder outside the body. The histology is interesting because the cells will change from transitional epithelium near the bladder to stratified squamous epithelium as you approach the orifice. This is the route of elimination of urine, formation in the kidney and then the elimination of urine. And I would be able to write that down if I were you. So memorize that so you can just bang it out should you be asked any questions about the elimination of urine. Now, the big fancy word for urination is micturition, and it is a reflex. When your bladder gets full, it is a reflex that helps you remove urine from your body. And I occasionally laugh because every once in a while, a student will tell me, oh yeah, I told a bunch of people that I needed to go and micturate, and they thought I was really smart. Always makes me chuckle.